Today's episode is all about relationships. Are you being taken for granted by your spouse? Let's talk about this and how to help that.
Wow, what a topic. Hi everyone, welcome to Talktoustoday. So today we are diving into a topic that's close to the hearts of many, relationships, that is, and more specific is how to recognize and deal with being taken for granted by your spouse.
Yeah.
Simran.
So the thing is that I feel this becomes really natural. A couple of years go by and you're like, am I the only one bringing up important topics? Am I the only one organizing this? Am I the only one taking care of the kids, dealing with homework? All this stuff feels really one-sided, right? And
it feels like a machine,
correct.
It's a non-stop cycle. Get up, this and do, and then again sleep, get up.
But other than monotony, it seems like this person who we're sharing our lives with doesn't give a damn how the machine is working. That's where we start feeling taken for granted. And mind you, wife or husband, sometimes husband's always doing let's get out of town. Let's go, forget the kids. And they feel like they're not being taken for granted as well. Whoever is the more romantic, he's the only one organizing the date nights. You're like, no, I'm too busy. So it could be either or. So being taken for granted is not gender specific. However, we're running our show and we talk about the women's issues. So I think it happens naturally. But what are the signs of being taken for granted? Let's talk about that, right?
Yeah, we do feel undervalued and appreciated at times, and where we really need that. We need that boost time and again. We want a partner to appreciate us or tell us, oh, you're doing great. Oh, how nicely you take care of kids, how nicely you take care of the household. It's really a commendable job you're doing. I'm really proud of it. You look forward for those boosters, or I would say reinforcement. These are our reinforcement to get going.
Correct. Right? And it's not about the big gestures, right? It's not about, oh, but I bought you a car, or didn't I take your, you on a worldwide trip. It's not about that. It's about the daily mundane stuff that we do. Today, let me fold the laundry. And you're like, oh my God. And so many women will start crying. Oh, he loves me so much. He did that. And the other stuff that's really small and it seems so stupid and Hollywood or Bollywood, but buy me flowers once in a while, just say, oh, you're looking pretty. Small things like that.
Yeah, you need that. You need that. I feel the day when I do not, or some days after some day when I do not hear any comment or compliment from my husband, what's going on with you?
20 years, I've never heard a compliment.
And sometimes it's the other way around also. I mean, it's not that, they take us for granted, but we do also take them for granted.
Exactly.
For so many.
Yeah.
So, it's a vice versa. But that happens time.
So, what the bad part about feeling, so a lot of people who are, more practical, they're like, so you were taken for granted. We're both a couple. We're both partners. It's fine. But what happens is when these feelings start festering, your self-esteem goes down. You feel very alone. You feel lonely. Okay. The struggle starts seeming bigger. It affects your mental health, which is a really important part of the things we discuss on this show. How do we take care of our mental stress? We need that feeling that we're partners in this. I'm not just your wife, your maid, your, cook for the day. I need to feel like your partner. Right.
Yeah.
And
Simrit, another red flag that is, when your spouse seems to assume you'll always be there. You're there. Don't worry about her. Don't worry about it's like, he would not even ask you, oh, do you like it? You want to go or you want to do this?
Yeah.
Oh, no, she'll be there. Don't worry about her. Don't ask her. I don't need you don't need to call her for that,
Yeah, exactly. So what's happening is the spouse who is taking us for granted is also letting other people take us for granted. Another problem is that the person who's taking us for granted, they also become lazy. No, ye to kar hi degi, oh, she'll put the clothes away, she'll make the food, she'll do the pick up, the drop, she'll get my office work done. You know what? it's tiring.
Yeah.
There's a
Yeah.
there
Yeah.
there's always the there's always a possibility the other person goes, you know what, I'm done, I'm walking out, because many times the person who's being taken for granted doesn't communicate. Now this is the big issue.
Communication. The key is communication, Simrit.
Correct.
You need to recognize your feeling. You need to talk. And something, if that happens, you need to talk about it, dude. You have to. Like, you
Absolutely.
have to say it. I'm feeling like this. I don't like it.
I don't like it.
Just, and this, the only way to help me out with this is talk. Talk to me. I want to talk to you about this. And you have to make sure you do not repeat that.
Yeah.
So, and it's not like that they don't love you. Okay.
No.
They love you. They're
Yeah.
not saying that. But it's just that with time, they just feel like, oh, why the need to show love? Oh, we love her. I mean, she shouldn't be overreacting on this or that. But that is not what it means. It means it's about, you need to show it off. We need that push. We need that booster to keep going. Everybody needs that.
Everyone needs that. Namita, the problem is when they say, oh, you're overreacting, you're being dramatic, they're invalidating your feelings. You can't accept that. Don't invalidate what I'm feeling. Like, validate my feelings, my emotions, at least in this.
Yes, yeah. And you don't have to like confront or argue on this. You can silently say, see, listen, this is what is going on and I'm not feeling good about it. You can't like, oh, how dare you do this to me? Oh, how dare you say that to me? I mean, fine.
Yeah, the style of communication. Yeah.
But that you have to pick it.
Yeah, you know what the thing is? One thing is to remember, you guys are all on the same page. Like you said, it's not that somebody doesn't love you. Maybe their love language is different. Maybe they're not affectionate. But now you got to figure out a way to do it. So communication. Only way to deal with this. And the person who is taking you for granted, those spouses, I say, please do get up and realize this is a serious issue.
Yeah.
You got to find solutions together.
And all of those who are watching and listening, we love to hear from you as well, what you think about it. But what I feel, Simrit, is that even small gesture, something out of your routine, maybe a small date night, maybe something which you feel would be good break for you both, where you can talk, where you can discuss something, we can talk about your life, how each one of you are feeling about the current, the way you're going. Maybe you don't get time. I understand the life is busy. We have kids, chores, everything. And you don't get time to talk what you're feeling. And sometimes you tend to ignore your own feelings. Oh, it's sabke liye time hi kahan hai, That is a thought that comes.
This is where you come to creating boundaries. So you know what? Yes. The pickup, no, I'm not going to do that anymore. You got to pick up, or you have to drop off the kids in the morning because I need that extra sleep. You got to set the boundaries that, listen, you know what? Friday, Saturday, I'm not cooking. I know I'm just not going to do it. Or even other things like, you know what? If it comes to the kids going to the pediatrician, that's where I put my foot down. Or this homework, I won't do. Whatever it is, this extra class, I won't do. Whatever your boundary may be, you got to do it because you can do it. I know I can do everything, but you got to create that boundary for your mental health, for your own de-stressing.
And it's all about keeping the conversation going.
Yes.
Relationships are all about learning and growing together.
Yeah.
So you need to talk. And sometimes it's just like, little extra effort. That's it.
Yeah.
To make your partner feel special, to help, to be part of this whole relationship that you have, or I would say a life that you have built together.
Right.
So you need to, be, talking all the time and help. And, those small gestures are very, very important.
Also, self-reflect. Are you taking the spouse for granted as well? Are you also saying, you know what difference does the money make if he is the only breadwinner? Or are you saying, oh, your parents really, I don't want to do that on my time off. Like, are you doing something that you're kind of taking his needs for granted as well? Is that as well?
That's very much possible. Yeah.
Yeah.
It has to be.
And always try to remember the past, what bound you together, affection, sexual intimacy, all these things help in building a good relationship.
Yeah, definitely, Simrat. I think we have a takeaway here where, so yes, we need, we all, over the period of time, we all feel things are changing and everybody's life changes. we get into a monotonous life. We have family, we have children, we have chores, we have financial things to do, we have work to do. But in between, we need to take out some time as a partner for each other.
Absolutely.
Some small gestures where you try to help your partner, or the partner try to help you out, and you're taking some time out yourself for you too, away from kids, away from household
Family.
and everything. You need
Yeah.
family. You need to give that break to each other whenever, whatever it is possible. You have to figure that out by yourself, and you have to keep your communication open.
Most
It
important.
has to be. Yeah, it has to be. So that is the key, what I feel. What do you say?
And, we always push this because we are big, believers of therapy. There's great couple therapies out there. There's great ways to connect. There's great tips online. Play a game together, spend some time together, go to bed 1 hour early just to chat with each other in bed. There's so many ways to reconnect. Don't be afraid of using the classics or some new ideas, because at the end of the day, you did choose to stay together and you chose to come together and create this family. So do whatever it takes to not feel taken for granted, and the other spouse, be open-minded, whatever is discussed. That's what my believing is.
Yeah, don't get offended. Don't feel bad about it. That's okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's all on Talktous today. I hope you liked our today's episode. Is there anything that you want us to discuss on our show? Let us know in the comment section, or you can email us at hello@talktoustoday.com.
And don't forget to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell to stay notified of our videos every Friday at 6 p.m. Thanks for joining us on Talk to Us today. Remember to talk to us today. Keep smiling, keep laughing, and keep talking. That's the most important thing. Keep talking, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us. Next Friday, we have a fun episode for you guys. Keep watching. Bye.